When I tell people, how long have you been at your job? And I'm like, 22 years. They're like, what? My name is Mellony Gaston. I'm the Family Services Director with the Atlanta Children's Shelter. So I started, my position was a case manager. I was a case manager, and I case managed the aftercare clients, the clients that had left the agency and were in their own housing. I was then the Family Services Coordinator, and from the Family Services Coordinator, I became the Family Services Director, but then it was Social Services Director. I want them to know that we are excellent at what we do. And what we do is to try to make our families more independent, and we're good at doing that. And that we can't always do that without your help. Well, we can't do it without your help, but we're very good at what we do, and our history speaks for itself, and all the families that we've helped over the years. We have families who have just experienced a difficult time and need just a little bit of help, just a hand up, not a handout. We have moms who have experienced domestic violence and had to flee and leave everything they had and everything they knew and move to different states, across the country just to be safe. We have folks who have been ill and have lost their homes. The misconception is that they are where they are because they brought it on themselves, and that's not always the case. What woman can you say want to be physically abused just so she can say she's homeless? You can't tell me one person that wants that. You can't tell me one person that wants to be unemployed and not able to take care of their family. You can't tell me one person that looking for employment but can't find it and in jeopardy of being evicted from their home. There is no person that wants that in their lives. So the misconception is they've made these horrible decisions, and that's why they're in the position that they are in, and that is not the case. It is not the case. It is not the case. I think with years of being told no to, or with years of being mistreated, and years of trusting and only to be, for someone to hurt them, I think has led to how they react when they initially come here. They're guarded. They don't want to build a rapport with you. They are suspicious of what kind of services we're going to give them. Are we going to treat them with respect and dignity? And I think after being here for a while, that changes significantly. I think they realize that we're here to help, and we want them to be successful, and we're going to do every single thing we can to make them successful. I wish our clients had more access to affordable housing and livable wages, jobs. I mean, it's ridiculous how much rent is, and the pay rate is just too low to maintain housing. I mean, it's just me, and sometimes I struggle. It's just me. And affordable housing is just so important. I mean, if we want our families to be independent, we want them to be self-sufficient, then they need to have a job that pays well, and they need to be able to afford decent rent. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much rent is, and how it's just not enough affordable housing in Metro Atlanta at all. So it's hard for our clients to be as successful as they could be without, some of those resources. And it's so wonderful to have families come back from 20 years ago, just to say hi and to tell me how well they're doing, and that they never had to revisit the whole homeless thing, again, and it was largely due to the services that we provided for them here at the Atlanta Children's Shelter. So that's well worth it. So worth it. I just wanted to be able to help single moms and some single dads just make a better life for themselves and their families, to leave our doors so much better than they came through. It's just a ministry. I would say it was a calling. I couldn't been anything but a calling. I don't imagine I could have stayed here this long without it being a calling. One of the big things is that I promise you, there has not been one day that I didn't get a hug from some child. So most recently I had a tragedy in my family, and one of the kids came up to me and just said, "Miss Gaston, I love you, I'm glad to see you back." And I don't know, I just fell to pieces. I mean, just the love of the children, or them noticing, "You have on a new pair of shoes today, Miss Gaston." Or just getting a hug from a child, or just being available to a parent that needs to talk. But I mean, just all the special connections that you get every day. Donors should choose ACS on Giving Tuesday because we do what we say we're going to do. We are good at what we do, and we are an organization that truly helps families reach a place of independence and self-sufficiency. And your resources will be put to great use with our families.